Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and give my honest thoughts on how that project's being ran. First show note, there will not be a show tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving, but hopefully it'll be back on Friday. But today, I'm very excited to be checking out the most popular project on all of tabletop games and most likely all of Kickstarter. Yep, that is Mindbug First Contact, the evolution of dueling card games, co-designed by Richard Garfield. Now, this is raised 64,000 euros. It's launched yesterday, and it's the most popular project, which is awesome. I like the fact they're spotlighting Richard Garfield. I see dueling card games. So when I think dueling card games, I think Richard Garfield. I think of Magic the Gathering. He also did King of Tokyo, and I believe he did that one from Fantasy Flight Games that got really popular, and then they lost the recipe or some weird stuff like that. But I would also like to know how long the game is, the price, a lot of other information than what I'm getting right here, which is just a cool-looking logo and some countries down there. And where's this one from? Germany. Cool. All right, so 2,080 backers. So something they're doing right now is really tickling board game people, and I'm excited. I bet it's going to be this video. Let's go.
From Nerd Lab Games and the creator of Magic the Gathering comes the new evolution of...
So 5 seconds in, they didn't take too long. They said Nerd Lab Gaming, the creators of yada yada yada. Can you do it? Has already been established. Yes, we are an experienced team. We know what we're doing. You can feel comfortable with that. So now we just need, do I want it? And they can spend the next 2 minutes and 21 seconds doing that. So I thought that was a great first 5 seconds.
Of card games, Mindbug.
What is this place? Let's see if my servants will find some new DNA on this Earth.
What? Okay, and I'm loving this video. This is what I always ask for, when you can give me the theme while seamlessly interweaving how that theme is going to work together to show me gameplay. This is fantastic so far.
I'll better take that, creature!
Mindbug is played from a single deck of cards. Each player draws 5 cards to form their deck, and 5 cards to form their hand. In addition, each player has 2 Mindbugs at their disposal. Form a strategy and deploy your creatures in a clever order. Trigger their powerful effects at the right time. And mind control your opponent's biggest threats. Find the gap in your opponent's defense and hit them 3 times to win the game.
With Mindbug, we just...
Wow. So we are 1 minute in. I know Can You Do It? I'm intrigued by the gameplay, and they gave me just a brief snippet of exactly what the game is going to be like. I thought that was a really solid first minute, and now we swoop in for the personal touch.
Still the most exciting situations of trading card games and put them into a single box. We achieved that by giving all of our creatures insanely powerful abilities. And since those features don't require a resource cost, it's up.
So one thing I did notice, if you're going to show me that box, I like the fact you're showing me the packaging. I really do. I am expecting a pretty low price point, though, if that is the box right there. If this is a tuck box game. At that point, I'm expecting, say, $10 to $20, I think is reasonable, if it's a tuck box. So you put that into my mind. You have put a certain price into my mind by showing me that box.
To you and your strategy when to play them. But the exciting twist of the game really is our unique Mindbug mechanic.
What attracted me to Mindbug in the first place was the idea that players could each steal the other person's play twice per game. That seemed like a really promising mechanic, and when I played...
That sounds really cool. That does sound really cool, and I love the fact that we're swooping in for the personal touch. I see one of the designers. I see Richard Garfield. I'm liking this so far.
Played the game, I was surprised to see how much it delivered on that promise. Not only that, it was attached to a really elegant, simple, flexible card battler that looked like it would be a lot of fun to work on.
So it's your goal to construct a board state so that your opponent has to use their Mindbugs in a less beneficial situation. Outsmart your opponent, gain an advantage, and win the game.
Okay, we've heard enough! Be a good human. Support the Mindbug now.
So I see the word base game set, which immediately makes me know there's going to be a whole bunch of other stuff I can buy right now. So I think that's good to put in there. And I am, in fact, excited to see the price. I'm excited to see what other things are going to come along with this. Because I know this isn't going to be the only thing being sold because you put that in my brain. You put that in my mind. The logo? Is that the person? Oh, Hexy Studio. Board game trailer. Well, top notch, Hexy. I got to say, that was very well done. So $72,000 raised, 2082 backers. So what am I looking? So first created, 14 back. But once again, first created does not bug me so much because I think you did such a great job establishing who you're working with. If this game were to fall flat on its face, could you imagine that? Probably not, because Richard Garfield's attached to it. Just because of you have that name, I'm like, okay, this is going to happen. So I do feel comfortable, despite the fact it's a first time created. We got 2 people in the customer service and the collaborators. Awesome. So, Mindbug, first contact, come get some cards. The excitement of trading card games distilled into a single box. 2 players, ages 8+, 15 to 25 minutes to play. Quite honestly, I would almost have liked to have seen this on that main image. You know, because this is not typically what we see on Kickstarter. And we saw Radlands do something similar. Like, they came out with like a smaller 20-minute card game. They made like $1 million. This one's up to, 70,000? So they're doing awesome now. But I would like to see the spotlighted a little bit higher. 8.4 on Board Game Geek. Here's the thing. That is impressive if you're reprinting a game. I don't think it's impressive if at the beginning, because like the game's not out. All these numbers are very skewed. So I don't know how I feel about seeing an 8.4 at the beginning on a Kickstarter page that's not a reprint. Let me know what you think about that. That's a weird one. You're scrolling through a promising Kickstarter campaign and suddenly a loud voice is booming in your head. Why, it's me. Listen to my orders, Earthling. Summon my hybrid creature and send them into battle. But be careful, this is theme. I don't care. Easy to play. Mindbug was sold in a very limited run at Essen or something. Interesting. Now that, I think, should be combined with this Board Game Geek 8.4 score. We released a special batch, and I think they can even market that as such. We released a special batch at Essen to see what gamers think, and we're coming back with an 8.4 Board Game Geek store. Because if you're at Essen, that tells me that you are most likely a gamer. You know, you're probably you're on board. I like that. I like that. Let me rephrase that. I think that's what they probably should do there. I like what I said. I don't necessarily like this, but with that information, I do like it. Easy to play. We distilled the most exciting elements of strategy card games and removed everything else. As a result, the core games of Mindbugs, yada, yada, yada. Just what's the price? What's the price? And now I'm starting to wonder if the price is not going to be great. Because here's the bottom line. If you have a small tuck box card game with the designer of Richard Garfield and it has a good price, don't you want to shout out from the rooftops, it's an amazing price, like $15. If this is $15 or $20 or anything like that, I'm just going to be like, ugh, it should be on the main image. So we have a full review. Awesome. So this was going to be, and this is a review. This is like the legit full thing. What's his thoughts? It's a Dice Tower seal of approval. Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of Dice Tower seal of approval. I mean, it tells me that it's a good game. It tells me it's a competent game. But when there are right now 300 games on tabletop games, I kind of want great over good. I almost wonder if this hurts more than it helps. I don't know. Putting it here, I should say. I might just rip a quote out of that. Well, I don't know. I do like the fact that they did not spotlight the seal of approval. I will say that. It feels like a microcosm of Magic the Gathering, but it has a very different feel to it. It is interesting and it is unique. I am pretty impressed. Okay. You have the feeling this is a very good game. Now listen and learn how to play. So we got this, moving parts, moving pictures, looks good, looks great. I just want the price. And the lower we go down, the more I'm speculating and more I'm curious, and I'm wondering if the price isn't going to be great. Mindbug short preview, don't care. This, like, right now, these are, like, why would I want a preview when I already have a review? I don't know. I think if you have a review, it just, like, completely trumps everything else preview-wise. I still want a gameplay, and I want a how to play, and the fact that I haven't seen either of those, I think those should be higher if I do get those. This game just really seems to take all the good parts out of strategy card games, makes it super streamlined, and removes all the fiddliness. Okay, solid quote. Alright, upgrade pack, new creations. This campaign has no stretch goals. Instead, we are unlocking new cards for the upgrade pack every day. In the end, you'll receive a pack of 29 cards containing 12 new creatures and 5 new promo cards. And the best part, the Mindbug will let you have an active say in the newest creation will look like. Oh, so they're going to have voting. Great. And that's how you're going to stay on top of the popularity chart. I would at least imagine. That's their plan. We're not going to do stretch goals, but we're going to be unlocking things, and you're going to be voting on what those things are going to be. That's great. Support us now to make your decisions have the biggest impact on what the upgrade pack will look like. We'll share the info on the Kickstarter updates. This is all great. I still want the price. Like, I'm just like, come on, where are the pledge levels? Where are the pledge levels? So now we're up to 109 cards, by the way. Which, if that's the case, I would market this as a 109 card game as opposed to an 80 card game. Because let me go back up here. I'm pretty sure it mentioned that this was an 80 card game. I thought somewhere, maybe not, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm cray-cray, maybe it was in the video. I thought for sure it mentioned it was an 80 card game. And if it's actually going to be 29 more, I'd go 109. But we'll get to the bottom of that a little bit later when we get to the actual pledge levels. Is this it? No, this is more stuff. More to be revealed during the campaign. What is this? Oh, this is the card. So I get it just so you're showing me a card. Cool, whatevs. More to be revealed during the campaign. That's great. I would also like a little bit more information about this card. Thought it was 40 cards. Oh my gosh. Was it 40 cards? Before I give this one a grade, I definitely have to clarify if this is 40 or 80 cards, because that is a massive difference. And now that I look at that tuck box that they had, 40 cards does seem much more realistic. An 80 card one would be one of those thick ones that I absolutely hate, because you never get this stupid lid on just quite right. But anywho, enough about tuck boxes. I would like to know more about what this card does, or what this card is, or something about this card than just artwork. You feel curious to learn more about those mysterious new servants. So here we have the limited Kickstarter box. Look, they even blurred out the text. I want to see the text. With the pledge level Pioneer or higher, you get access to the numbered and limited Kickstarter box. Each box is unique with this essentially printed. I don't care. Like cool, whatevs. We're currently considering shipping this larger box in an unassembled state. Wait, what? This tuck box is bigger than the standard box, fitting all the... Okay, so this is going to be a bigger tuck box, the one I was just complaining about, that's going to fit the base game plus all these 29 promos that are Kickstarter exclusive, but they're not going to be Kickstarter exclusives. You could probably buy them after the fact. Is that what I'm guessing is going to happen? Support us now to make sure your decisions will have the biggest impact. Yeah, so I think this is going to be something that they'll sell after the fact. But this is a larger tuck box. Oh, 48 creatures and 4 Mindbugs, so 52 cards. And that would make sense, 52 card deck. Does that mean it's going to have rule cards? Okay, so if you're going to give me rule cards, I'm fine with that, or it'll be an unfolded thing. Just give me a how to play video. Slap a QR code on the rules thing that says how to play. Because especially if this is a simple card game. High quality play. Send one copy to your boy. I'll make you one for you. High quality playmat for perfect protection of your creatures and Mindbugs during gameplay. So this is now you're trying to sell me a playmat. It just kind of feels... so you're telling me about the different pledges that I could buy? Just show me a price already. High quality playmat for the perfect protection of your creatures. So this doesn't actually have any useful information on it. So I'm not the biggest fan of this playmat at all. I love playmats when they're functional. Like when it's like, oh, here's where your cards go. Here's where this goes. Here's where that goes. Maybe with like a rule or something. They went with just artwork. Let me know what you think about that. I've got enough playmats that have just artwork. I don't know. That might just be me. And once again, I'm not a trading card fan. I'm not a Magic the Gathering player. Here we go. Pledge level. There's only one. Should be an S there, I think. Pledge levels. Mindbug supporter. And they did convert the currency. I love it. Be a part of the journey. And then $15 to get the base set. Okay, $18. And so this, I think, was a little bit of a misstep. I would spotlight this. $18. Richard Garfield. Then we go up. We go $29 gets you the set, upgrade pack, Kickstarter edition box. So $29 gets you the full thing. So I don't feel like that's a terrible price. I mean, I don't think it's a good price. $15 for a 52 card deck. Okay. So now I'm having this internal struggle. I won't get the playmats. They're too busy and too less help for the game. I agree, Code. But here's my thing. So $18, and that's not covering shipping, for a tuck box? Ugh. Like, if you're offering free shipping, maybe. But that seems a bit high for 52 cards. And by a bit high, I mean that seems really damn high for... Like, I'm trying to think of when I ever played $18 for a tuck box of cards. And I'm drawing a blank. Let me know, chat. Is this unreasonable of me? I think $18 for a 52 card tuck box is just really high. Like, unless you got Leonardo da Vinci doing the freaking art. 18, you know what? I don't know. We'll get to the shipping, and then we'll decide how bad that price point is or good. So $68 gets you 2 playmats, which once again aren't going to be helpful for playing the game, and the stuff. So the playmats, that's a $39 upcharge for the playmats, and I don't see this being a very popular pledge level. Let's check, though. I'd be very interested. Add-ons, $23 playmat, the upgrade pack, additional copy, which we're not even going to get. You don't even give me... Damn, you don't even give me a discount if I want to buy 2 copies? That's cold. That's cold. Why do we offer? As a group pledge, adding multiple copies of the game to your pledge is a great way to save shipping costs as a group. As a multiplayer upgrade, if you want to try our 2-on-2 mode, we recommend at least 2 packs for an ideal 4-player experience. So here's another glaring issue I have with this game, is that I am 16 minutes into this campaign, and I am just now finding out that, it's not just a 2-player only game. In fact, you could play this 2 versus 4. And I wonder if maybe there's a modified way to do it as 3-player game. And this, I think this is a misstep, mentioning this right here and not mentioning this earlier. And in fact, that almost seems like what could potentially be a pledge level. Like, interested in trying this out at 3 or 4 players, or maybe just 4 players, get this pledge level with, I don't know. I don't think it should be buried down here, though. And I still don't know the shipping, so let's go back. Yeah, that price sucks. There's a thread going on BGG right now with people complaining about it. Didn't stop me, but I'm not happy about it. Billy said that, and yeah, that does not surprise me. When I saw this game first announced, I thought, neat, a solid little cheapo game. Instaback, wasn't happy when I saw the actual price. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like a tuck box card game. They're cheap to print. Like, I don't care how crazy shipping gets, those are cheap to print. And you fit a lot of those in a box. So they are planning on just banking super hard on this. Which, good for them. I mean, Richard Garfield moves the needle in our industry. And the creators of this product knew Richard Garfield moved this industry. And if Richard Garfield wasn't attached to this project, I imagine this project would be not doing dead in the water, not doing nearly as well. I think that's fair to say. I know someone's going to say that's mean to say, but let's be realistic. If you just saw that this was some first-time creator and they weren't attached to Richard Garfield and they're charging $18 for a tuck box card game, you'd be like, what? What? Why back now? Earliest delivery. When is it? So let's check out the pledge levels. $1, people on the fence. Minimalist, so $17. I thought it was $18. I guess it's changed or whatever. So 48 backers. Just want to dip their toes. Yeah, and here we go. The big one, 1,758, and then 194. So yes, nearly 10 to 1. It looks like that one is the most popular. Sanity prevails. And I will speculate that if you actually had a functional playmat, this number would be substantially higher. I would say that number would be at least 50 higher. I don't know. Maybe double. Who knows? I don't know. Putting myself in the mind of someone who buys playmats is just hard for me to do. The Kickstarter box is limited. Yeah, why should I back it now? Become a part of the journey. You think there's a good reason to back this project? Rules, how to play. Why is this buried so far down here?
Mindbug.
No, 8 minute 45 seconds. I have no issues with this at all. It goes clear, concise, excellent. This should be way higher. This should be substantially higher. The fact that you put a preview higher than this, I think, is a huge misstep. Like, because let's be honest, which one of these is more useful to you? A preview or a how to play, especially when there's already a review on top of that preview. I just think the placement of that preview, I would put it lower. Rulebook download. Let's check this out. Is it rule cards? It's a real book, so it's going to be a little sheet. Cool, and they do have a QR code. Oh, delightful. Multiplayer modes and an up-to-date FAQ online. Ugh, no. Send me to the video. I don't want to look at more rules when I like... Cool, but they do have pictures, illustrations, examples. Wow, this looks like a pretty lengthy little rule pamphlet. Holy hot dang. Okay. So this is going to be a tight squeeze in that box, I would imagine. That's a large rule booklet. But whatever. 4-player rules. The 4-player rules of Mindbug are still in development mode. We are very excited about them and highly encourage you to test them. So 2-on-2 matches, unique mind games, what you need to know, 4-player rules download, try the game. Tabletop simulator, this is all great stuff. I'd honestly like to see maybe a little bit higher. And then we have shipping. Shipping zones. Germany, UK, USA, EU, Europe. Okay. Clean, clear, duelist, pioneer, colonist. Love it. Love the shipping section. The fact that it's buried all the way down here just breaks my heart. Why couldn't this be right after the add-ons? Why not? And then I'd just be done shopping. I'd be done shopping and I'd say, yep, I'm convinced, or no, I'm not convinced. but you just keep me going. So, what do we got? $9 if I want to get the Pioneer, right? Because everybody's getting the Pioneer. Nobody else is getting this stuff. Mindbug Pioneer. So, it's $29. So, I'm looking at $38 right now for a large... Holy crap. I'm looking at $38 for a large tuck box? No. I am putting my foot down on this. This gets an F on how much is it. Not on the project overall, but I cannot in good conscience give this anything other than an F. Putting my foot down. $38 for a large tuck box. Get the freach out of here. I don't know what that word was, but whatever. Timeline. But I will say this is clean and clear. I do like the shipping section, aside from the prices, because once again, $9 to ship a tuck box to the United States. So once again, they're not shipping from the United States. Because if they were shipping from the United States, then you could ship this probably a small, padded, flat rate shipping envelope, and you'd be selling, $5-6. Yeah, $18 for a deck of cards may be hard to sell at big box stores as well. Yeah, especially there too. Like, could you imagine seeing this at Target? Like that large tuck box for... Well, I guess it would only be $29 because you're not paying the $9 shipping, but that's still a lot. All right. But this is nice. I like the shipping area. Timeline, status of the project, stuff, things. Nobody's reading this stuff. Hey, another video. Why is this down here? Designer diary. This is cool. I would love if this wasn't, buried down so far. I mean, don't think it should be high, but I think it should be higher than whatever this is. All right, so what do we got? June 2022, so looking for a Origins Gen Con next year release. It makes sense. If this thing went absolutely huge, you could totally see this being sponsoring Gen Con next year, couldn't you? Like, I could. Get yourself a little Mindbug bag everybody's carrying around. They're like, what's Mindbug? Oh, it's that new Richard Garfield 2-player dueling game. Get everybody talking about it. I totally see that. So playthrough, a Mindbug tutorial and playthrough. Once again, I go back to what I said. Which do you think is going to be more useful to people? A preview or a how to play video, and then a tutorial and playthrough. It's just, I think the placement of this is way too low. Different language, let's play, cool, other stuff. How to play, plus review. Okay. Tons of videos here. They're taking quotes. Honestly, are we still scrolling down? We haven't hit the bottom yet. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. It just keeps going. It just keeps... Normally, when we get to the shipping area, and then we get to the other stuff that's below the shipping area, we're done. But this was like, no, you're going to see more of this. All right. But all those videos show me that they did a good deal of work beforehand to make sure this was a popular launch. And sure enough, 2,000 backers on day one with a $38 price point on your tuck box. Ho! But they're making it work. Which means they're doing everything else great. They know they have a terrible price. They know that. That's why it's not listed. Even though I'm speculating. I don't know that, but I'm speculating that's why they would put that so low. But they still yet have 2,000 backers, so good for them. Are you using a pledge manager? Is there a multiplayer mode for Mindbug? Yes. Anyway, I would love to... Oh my gosh, this is just a terrible FAQ. 14, and I don't want to scroll through this. So for instance, if mine is the 13th down, I have to scroll through 12 before I get to it. Organize this. Go look at Reload from Colossal Games. Can we all just agree that's how the industry standards should be? It just makes everything so much cleaner and clearer than this. But FAQ, it looks like they're updating it now, which is good. Updates. Let's check it out. 8 and 4. These are bad updates. And you can tell because of the amount of engagement. We have 2,091 people here who somehow are willing to stomach spending $38 or potentially more, depending on where you are, for a large tuck box, yet you're only getting 8 of them in comments. No. That means you're not engaging people that well. So let's check it out. Too long didn't read. Campaign update, new add-on upgrade pack, creative journey. See how the Gorillion came to life and how this illustration process typically looks like a Mindbug card. Okay, this is gonna be one that's gonna take a while. All right, today you have the chance to submit creature type ideas for 3 new cards of the upgrade pack. That is the spotlight. That is the lead. None of this. Maybe shaping creation is good, but that. Today you have a chance to submit, vote, or however it's going to work. All right, campaign update. As mentioned in yesterday's update, we're absolutely thrilled with the start of the campaign. Even after half a night's sleep, we're still overwhelmed by all of these stuff. Notice our email inboxes and social medias are overflowing. Creative journey. Okay, stuff. Cool. For the hardcore fans, this is great. This is good. Upgrade pack 2. And the first step we want to define, and here's what I'm getting at. I'm looking at this now, And it's my job to look at this and understand what it is and see what they're doing their updates. But you, as just a typical person, you get this email 2 days before Thanksgiving. Are you spending the time to sit down here and really read all this? I don't think most people do. I would love to know the reading habits of Kickstarter updates. I need to do more polls on those. Just thinking about the prices of smaller games that started on Kickstarter, the best examples have been the Star Realms game and the Time Epic Stories, which, if I recall correctly, had spectacular prices. That's part of why these games get so big. I think of Dungeon Roll, which I think was one of the first really big, smaller box games that I can think about that just kept adding more and more stuff, and it got, it was a huge game at Gen Con when it was released. I imagine this will be like $15 at gaming stores once it hits retail distribution in like 6 months. I could see picking it up then and trying it out. And that's exactly where I am on this as well, Darth Ed. I would agree. In the first step, we wanted to find the creature type for the following 3 cards with you. And so here's the thing. I kind of got off my point here for a second. They want me to do something. They want me to help make a decision and get engaged and get involved in this process. But they're putting a lot of text in the way of me doing that. And I don't like that. And I'm very curious to see how this ends. So let's get here. We want to set up so you can submit your suggestions here on this Google form. Most of our creatures are some form of crazy combinations. Let's see what this is. Shape the upgrade pack. This is interesting. Oh, wow. This is actually great. I actually really like this. And I think had they just made this like a 3-sentence update, like, we need your help, click on this, and help make your voice get rocked, and then you got into all the text about the whatever. Because if I see a clickable link and it says, in my email, it says, hey, shape the game, and this is a game that I am already paying for, I'm obviously excited about it, I'm paying $38 for it, I think you lead with that link, instead of making me go through all this. And I'd love to see just how many responses they get to that. Maybe some of you spotted one of the above cards that's highlighted as a promo card. Nope, no, it didn't. So let's see what these are. Nice idea. Although it would be great to be able to upload suggestions as a sketch, it would be awesome if you liked a design of a backer and some card inspired by it. They never even said that they would use our suggestions. They're just suggestions. The suggestions might just assist the designers in designing the game. I second having a vote, or at least seeing other people's suggestions. So pretty much everybody here is just complaining about how they're handling this. It's great since it can make us feel part of the end result. Since I'm not very creative, I would appreciate the chance to vote on the idea of the other backers or the ones you pre-select, please. Yes. Like, if you're saying that I'm going to shape how this game looks, that generally entails voting. So I will agree with them. I don't particularly like how they're handling this awesome idea. Done. I actually had a lot of fun coming up with these creature combos. Great idea. So this looks like the kind of thing where if you spent the time to do it, it would be really cool. So I do like that. But I think just having so much text before you get to it was a misstep. And I would also end with a question, but honestly, it's so much text. So 8 comments here and then 4 comments here. Let's see what this one is. Thank you. It's just the thank you one. Was Bauer socked? So this is a German one. So just 2 German ones. Okay. 2 German responses. But once again, that's not a lot of excitement. They got 68 hearts. Imagine if you just would have said anything, asked any question, you probably could have got more engagement, which they're number 1 on the popularity chart right now. But do you see it lasting? I don't. I think it's because they launched soft. The Pathfinder Arena is not probably doing what they're expecting, so they happen to squeeze in here at the perfect time. But next Tuesday, who's to say that they're not going to get knocked down to the 10, 15, 25th popularity chart? Because while I do like what they're doing, I just don't see people getting engaged as much. Hi for Mindbugs. Maybe a transparent card or a mini-sided cards would be good for differentiating them quickly. I love how to help out the look of some of the upgrade pack cards. I also want to just throw these designs. Right now, I'm just making sure that they're coming in and poking in. Yep, for customer service. Great. And they have some very loyal... It looks like you're seeing some of the same people popping in here are really excited about the project, which is what you want. Awesome. So, final grade. Maybe read the comments for the first update. Hint, hint. Okay, maybe read the comments for the first update. Hint, hint. So the first update, it's in German. I can't read. Oh, wait. Bauer. Hey, that's my name. What is it? What's this? What is this? My name. All right, Google Translate. Wow, this took a weird turn. And this, by the way, is why you should consider subscribing to this channel, because you never know what kind of weird, wild sort of stuff we're going to get on here. What Bauer says is Kickstarter analysis, always a question at the end of an update. There are even answers they get the algorithm of Kickstarter in motion. Better placement brings more well, there you go. There you go. What's up, Arnie? Arn, I don't know how to pronounce that, but awesome. That's cool. So, final grade on this one. Do I want it? Yes. I want to try it because it's Richard Garfield, and I like Richard Garfield. And I've never played a Richard Garfield game and been like, man, this game sucks. He's a co-creator. I want to play it. And I've liked his other dueling games as well. So I'm immediately grandfathered in. You have bulletproof armor because of Richard Garfield. So do I want it? Yes. Not to mention that video. I think that video was really well done. It's been a while since I remember that video, but that was a really impressive video. Can you do it? Yes, but once again, it goes back to that whole, because you're attached to Richard Garfield, I assume that this project will happen. But then we get to how much is it? And how much is it is an F. It is a hard F. There's nothing that you're going to say that convinces me otherwise. $38 for the large stuck box, which is what everybody's going to want, because if you go back down here, I mean, it's overwhelmingly $1,773 to $48. So $38 for that tuck box. No, F for that. So everything else, balancing it up. Do I want it? Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, the video is good. Can you do it? Yeah, because you're attached to Richard Garfield. I'm going to give this one a C. I'm going to give it a... I think I'm going to give it a C. I think it's just a flat C. I think it could get higher, though. I think their organization could definitely use some work. I think burying some of the more exciting things like the daily unlocks and putting your input into the game and maybe explaining a little bit less text what we're doing to impact the game would be good. But at the end of the day, they have gotten 2,000 people to pay them $38 for a large stuck box. And that tells me that they are doing something very, very right. So that's why I'm going to go with a C on this one. But let me know in the comments below. What is your final grade for Mindbug First Contact? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.